Well, good morning guys, hope you're all doing well today. I'm out on new property today again. This is Wayne's property, and I was here the other day and spotted a few rabbits running around this area. In particular I did see a few run in here, so I might run a long net around this one. Could put a ground net down, but it's a lot of sticks, mate. Looks pretty big this burrow. Alright guys, I'm all set up now. I've got to get on the other side of the fence again. Two long nets going all the way around it, so it's pretty big. Today's going to be a really good opportunity to start to assess these kits. So I'll probably I'm going to try and look at them individually as well as together. Alright, so who we got here first? I think I've got Shorty's kits first today. I want to have a look at Nala. This is Nala, which is the polecat out of Shorty and Spike. So I might just drop her in here first. Off she goes. We may get some hole hopping on this burrow. So my object today is to start assess these young ferrets. Have a look at which one's strengths and weaknesses. So I can begin to categorise them and see, like I said before, who's who in the zoo. And I'm looking at a range of things, guys. How good are they on their feet? Are they using their nose? Are they intelligent? Are they coming up behind the rabbits? Are they following the rabbits across the ground? All that type of thing. Now, it's very early days for these kids. Which one is catching them? Not that matters. No, I never blame a ferret for catching them. I don't like it, but you cannot blame look, she's bolted one. Bang. There you go, in on her own, bang, bolted. And look, there's a ferret out behind it. And that's what I'm looking for. And we just watch her. She's looking for it, using her nose, see what happened. Now she's coming above ground to see where it is. They're the little things that I'm looking at, you know, and back down. So she's going quite good, that Nala, isn't she? We all know she's savage as the rabbits. We've seen that on day one. Right, so we had a bit of a look at her. Now we'll get out another ferret. It's pretty big, this burrow, and we'll start to add them, and I'll be looking at them as we go. The ideal way is to use them separately, but I don't want to be all day on a burrow. But there's method in my madness, guys. Bear with me. Now I'll put this one in a separate part of the burrow, which means she'll be separated a bit. We'll have a look at this one's Sasha. We'll drop Sasha in over here. Bang, she's bolted one. There you go. All right. Mine. Wait. Wait. Chase mine, mate. Chase mine, mate. Mine. Chase. Mine. Chase. That's enough. Good boy. Mine. And there's Lena right behind it. And that's the sort of things you're looking for, isn't it? Now. Is she savaging it? Yep, straight away. That's what you're looking for. Right, now we'll put Luna down. Those two will both bolt a rabbit, both come out behind it. That's what you're looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Chase, put it down. All right, this Luna's, I brought her in. I don't know where she's from, or I don't know much about her. Just that she's a fine looking ferret. So when I seen them, I grabbed two of them from two different lines, which is Luna and Chance. So know what, I'll have a look. But this ferret's actually been going quite well. This might be a little bit boring for the people at home, but I have to do this sort of thing. Begin to look at the strengths and weaknesses of each ferret. And then over time, you're not going to get an idea straight away in one day. But after you see things and begin to notice over time, you begin to understand that ferret, where it's strong and where it's weak. And then how to best utilise those strengths and weaknesses in a team environment. And in different situations. You're looking at other things too about their stamina. Their enthusiasm, which is a big thing. When you're using them a lot, you can't really tell that yet, but when I start using them a lot, you want their enthusiasm to hold. A lot of them drop off. Start using them 2 or 3 times a week. And the strong ones with strong prey drive, they don't drop off, but the ones that are sort of not quite at a high level of prey drive, they'll drop off. What I mean by that is they don't stay down and they come in and out all the time, and their mind's not really focused on finding a rabbit. They get a little bit sick of it. They do it, but it's not to the same level as the ones that are higher in prey drive, usually. Well, I do like this ferret. Like it's coming out, but it's coming out with purpose. It's not just coming out and just wandering away from the burrow. It's actually, if you watch her carefully, you can see that she's actually looking to go back down. And down she goes. And what I'll do now, guys, I'm going to get the other kits out and I'll run them through too. They bolted a couple. Well, good morning, guys. How you all going? And I hope you're all doing well. I'm out at Al's place today. It's pretty early, and when I drove in, it was still dark. Young Chase, who's 10 months old now, he's 10 months old. He's got a 2 year old, and when I drove in, it was still dark. When I drove in, it was still dark. Young Chase, who's 10 months old now, he's 10 months old. He's got a 2 year old, and when I drove in, it was still dark. has never been worked in the spotlight anyway. As I was driving in, it was still pretty dark, and all I had was a torch, but a torch is a pretty good one. It's a bit like a spotlight anyway. And he picked a couple up in the spotlight like nothing. So he was, I was quite happy and surprised. Not only did he pick them up, he retrieved them. So the dog who's never been using the light, he did pretty well. That being said, it's pretty open. Where he was catching them was open, but he caught them pretty dang quick. And he was striking them. He struck them pretty well. So they're the two that he caught. Anyway, this part of the creek at Al's place, when I was driving in, I had a bit of a look around, and the main reason I came that early was just to have a look and see what area was sort of holding a few. He caught one just back here and one back a little bit further, but over this side of the creek there's a bit of a burrow in here that I've seen a couple run into. But it's not easy to net because of that tree just over there. So what I've decided to do is run a stop net up this side, stop net on the other side, and then come around. It's a pretty big burrow, and there's a few other burrows in that vicinity, so we're going to stick to this little bit of an area today and clean it out a little bit. Got a bunch of ferrets with me today. I've got all the kits again, including Storm. I've got Buffy, Xena and Star in there. There's Storm, Bree. I'm starting to get their names right now. Storm, Bree and Lena. And in there we've got Nala, Sasha, Luna, and Chance is also in there as well. Yeah, so that's the ferrets I've got with me today. So I'm just cutting these rabbits and put them in the esky on ice, and then I'm going to go and set the long nets and get a few out of these burrows. It's a good time of year now. I can spend a bit more time out here and clean a few up, and you'll be surprised how many you can get, you know, when you spend a little bit more time. Like I've been coming out and getting 2, 3, half a dozen here, half a dozen there. But now as the weather's cooling and I can spend a bit more time investigating and a bit more time doing the burrows, I'll do a bit better. You're never going to get a million rabbits here because they're just not here. But it's one of them spots where you'll do a burrow and get 1 or 2, sometimes 3 or 4, sometimes half a dozen. But you'll get burrows where there's nothing in, and a few of them. But that's okay, you know. Look at the beautiful views, and the birds are singing. I mean, what more do you really want? Give this to them. Alright, so that's got them gutted. Put them in the esky. So we should get a few more today anyway. And like I said before, if you're pulling, you know, even if you're only taking 20 a week out of an area, that 20 a week turns into 80 a month. And when you consider that one rabbit eats up to 5 kilos of grass a day, I mean half a kilo of grass a day, you're starting to talk about a lot of grass that the sheep are going to get instead of the rabbits. Keeps the farmer happy and keeps me happy. Alright guys, anyway, I'm going to drive across here now, put down a couple of long nets. I'll set it up. It's going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. And there's a few other burrows close by that I'm going to do as well. It's not going to be hot today. Hopefully it stays overcast and I can stay out here for a while, a few hours. You know, maybe 5 or 6 hours. Anyway, well, we'll see how it goes anyway. But very impressed with young Chase. He's really turning into a fine animal, mate. He really is. Like for what I was doing with him last night, the way he pulled up to them rabbits was like nothing. And his strike, I was very impressed. And not only that, like I said, he retrieved it. So, but it's pretty easy ground for him, you know. They were sort of just running out here, and they took off, and he took off after him. Although he did go on, jump this fence, chase one back through, jumped it again, and then caught it. So it was great to watch. I forgot how much I actually liked that spotlighting, because I haven't done it for so long. But I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And look, you wouldn't get a lot, but if you come out here for night time, just with the dogs alone, you'd have to get, I don't know, if you had a proper spotlight, you'd probably get a dozen rabbits in no time, mate, with the dogs. But I don't do that anymore. It's a little bit, look, it's all right if you're doing it from the car, but if you have to get out and walk around, you hurt yourself, and you're on your own, you're in trouble. So have to be careful. All right, guys, I'll get back to you. Oh, we had Shorty's kits out first the other day, so I'll get down to Storm's kits today first. I managed to get the long net all the way around. Went out right around the tree and all the way around. What am I expecting to get out of here? Maybe a couple. Anyway, so we'll start off with one. Two. So we've got three. Helena. One of them's already scratched me. Chain's out too. Put chains in as well. You can see the net I've got going down the gully there and up the other side, and same on the other side through the creek. Just got to be careful that the ferrets don't walk out and up the hill and into the grass. Bleep no. Oh, big bolt, there's a rabbit right there. Right there. Came up, looked at me and went back down. Hoo! Bang! So Bree got that out. Hoo, 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 hoo. Good boy, Chase. He's getting better and better, that dog. Good boy, Chase. You catch him like nothing, mate. All right, mine. Let it go. Mine. 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 Good boy. He's bloody antsy on him, though. That's it up. Good boy. Good. So I've seen what happened. Then the rabbit seen me, went back down, and then Bree was biting it, and he got sick of that and came out straight away. Really good to see that right in front of me, and you guys, you got to see it too. Lean her back down, Chase back down. Starting to get switched on now, that Chan. She's a bit of a slow at getting going compared to the others. But now she looks like she's catching on to the task, which is good to see. Well, they hunted pretty good, didn't they? Worked through the burrow. They were in and out a bit, but they straight back down and they bolted one. And Bree got that one out. And we seen that, didn't we? I'm just having a look up here in case Lena got out up here somewhere, but I think I would have seen her. Few sheep. I was pretty pleased with Chase last night. When he was chasing that rabbit, there was a couple of roos. He didn't even look at them. So I've got him. Took some doing, but he's off them now. Like Fleet when he was younger, Fleet loved kangaroos. Same with Chase. But in here, right next to this long net, there's a bit of an old burrow that we might get one or two out of. I'll get Shorty's kits out and Luna, and we'll run them through it. And if you go along doing this sort of thing and you pick up one here, one there, a couple here, a couple there, before you know what's going on, you've got a dozen rabbits. Like I said, it doesn't sound like much, but when you start adding that to like 30 or 40 a week, it adds up pretty quick, mate. And I catch that every week in different, look, it's not always in one place because I go all over the place, but I'll be doing a bit on here. I've just been waiting for the weather to cool so I could spend a bit more time. Now this burrow is not small by any stretch, as you can see. But we'll give these three ferrets a chance in here. There's another big burrow right there. Another one there. That one I'm going to long net, this one I won't. They're probably going to run that way. And if not, the dogs will probably pick them up. So I'll give them a go. One. Two. Right. So a lot of this is caved in, this burrow. Guys, I think there's anything in here. I've worked them through a fair portion of this burrow, mate. There's nothing. Thought we might have got one or two out of there. There's a few burrows here, I'll run them through. Right, we're going to move over a bit. This one they should find something in, hopefully. Pretty big burrow for 3 young kids, mate. If there's a few in there, we'll do all right. Look at that. Oh, see that? Oh, there he is. Get him. He's fast, that dog. I won't get him. So that was Lena Sasha who bolted that out. Because I put her in there. Pretty quick, that. He's getting really quick chasing you. And remember, them dogs don't get their speed until they're at least 1.5 years. And he's already beaten Fleet, which is no easy task. I've moved on, guys. There's a bit of a burrow here. Gonna give the dogs a run. There's a couple of burrows in this area here. Over here I want to have a look at, but I just got out the car to have a bit of a look and I spotted this one here, so I'm going to check it out. Might get one out of it. Here. I'll have a look. I'm going to stand over here. I might get one out of here. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Chase, look. Oh, I thought we might have got one out of there. Out and about, guys. Got silver money in. Didn't have the camera going. Caught me first rabbit. Only a sort of just under a half grown. In here. And Monty's in there, and I think she's caught one. Silver just went down. I didn't actually think there'd be anything in here. Didn't see anything running in when I came. Nice part of the country though, isn't it? I did go for a bit of a walk right up over these hills. And there's plenty of rabbits in them hills, mate, but they're not, a lot of them are in small rock burrows. This one here's probably going to have one or two in it. It's silver. But I'm just going to let the dogs chase it. Or the dog, I've only got Chase out on his own today. The plan was just to come out and do a bit of exploring today, which is what I did walking around these hills. And I am going to go and talk to the owner and see who owns this hill out here. It's a couple of big burrows out there. Hang on, something going on out here. I don't know whether this side joins. Oop. That answers that question, because Eric just chased a rabbit out. It's under the tanks now. I only put down a couple of purse nets. I didn't think, oh, there won't be anything in here. Because I've come here a few times and never seen anything run in this burrow. But I thought, I'll run the burrows through it quickly. they ferrets through it quickly, just to see what happens. And now it looks like Monty's caught one. And chased another one out, and I'm not sure where it come from. Could be in this bush. Dog heard something. Yeah, you can hear something in here. There's Monty out now. Back down, flew back down, mate. Silver. Back down. Ooh, there's another one. There's Monty right behind it. She's going good today, Monty. She's had a little bit of a break. I gave her a week off. She was just flat, you know, she was... Jeez. Done good, girl. Done good. Put him in up here. Chase, come. One there. One there. I'd stick a few in here because it's pretty, a little bit bigger on the ground. It's young Charlie, and she's been going real good. One there. Off she goes. One over here. Chewy. Dot, 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 dot. Chewy. Put them right in the other side, see what happens. This burrow comes all the way out to here. Get him, Chase. Got him. Good boy. Good boy. Bring him to me. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Come. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. That's a good boy, mate. Good dog. Mine. Watch him. Look, 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 look. Good boy, mate. Chewy back down. There's Bonnie. Chewie just went in that bush. Hoo! Hoo, 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 hoo. Has he got it? Not sure. He might have it. Geez, he pulled up to it fast then, mate. No, I missed him. Lucky rabbit, mate. Very lucky. Didn't miss it by much. Come on, Chase, come. Here, look, look, look. Not even sure where they come out. Ferrets up when I get them. They're just, there's a few of them just running around in here. I think this burrow's done now. So it's just Chewy to go. So I'll pick him up. I'll start packing these nets up. And then I'm going to go and talk to the owner.